अमा परवरदिगारे इलाही के कुरान, दुआ है मेरी तुझ पर तेरी, रहमतों मगफिरतों और निजात का हो एहसान। कुछ मेरा भी बन जाए हकीकी जिंदगी का सामान।
You are listening to CVFM Radio Ramadan Live.
You could try turn off the sun, I'm still gonna shine away, yeah, and tell everyone we're having some fun today. We can go wherever you wanna and do whatever you like. Let's just have a real good time. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah.
Good afternoon, assalamu alaikum, and a warm welcome to Drive Time. मैं हूं आपका मेज़बान, आपका दोस्त, आपका होस्ट इद्रीस, आपकी खिदमत में एक बार फिर हाजिर. How are you today? Welcome. If you're watching us on the Facebook Live or YouTube as well, assalamu alaikum to you. First off the block today on Facebook is Johnny Ali, and he's saying assalamu alaikum. And who's today's sponsor? I'll let you know who today's sponsor is in a moment. Rahim Azhar is watching on YouTube. Assalamu alaikum to you as well. Welcome. Please do share the live if you're on YouTube. Share on your social media as well. WhatsApp, on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as well. Jazakallah. So today is Thursday, the 29th of April. Yes, where has this last couple of weeks been flown by, haven't they? I hope you've had a good Ramadan so far. Whether it's your 16th or 17th rather, whatever it is, welcome to you, and hope you are doing well today. As ever, we have a guest in the studio we'll be chatting to in a moment. I will introduce my guest to you. If you are watching on YouTube, you'll probably know who is already, and he has been on the program on a previous week. So inshallah, we'll be talking to my guest very shortly. We'll be taking your calls on air later on in the program. We'll be doing our rolling Islamic quiz, and we'll be giving you something nice to take away as well at the end of the program, as well as give you information on the charity stuff we're doing tonight. Today is a fundraiser for SKT Welfare, and we are raising funds for food projects, water, and of course we are doing a shelter as well. We're building family units back in Syria for the Syrian refugees as well. All that information coming up over the next an hour or so, so please do stay tuned right here. And we are seeking your zakat, your sadaqah, your fatrana, your lila this evening for an amazing cause. So please do keep with us on this particular program. So sorry about the little pause there, and we had a sister come into the studio to drop off some donations. She gave £200, and she did come the other day as well for Families Relief, who were raising funds for Yemen, for Syria, and for Gaza. So she contributed to that as well, mashallah. And then she's coming today for SKT, who are coming around about an hour's time virtually, and I think we're going to have maybe one or two volunteers who are supporting them locally as well in the studio. So without any further ado, I'm going to go to mic 3 and offer assalamu alaikum and a warm welcome to my brother Ali. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah.
How's your day been?
It's been good. It's been good. 17th day of Ramadan. It flies by. Soon hit the last 10 nights and everyone starts to get busy again, trying to catch Laylatul Qadr, the night of power, and the month will be over. As it started, it goes so fast.
Yes, inshallah, we need to make the most of the last 10, 12 days that are left. So, brother, just tell me in terms of, before we go on to our topic, and we made a start on that the other day, and I think we went off on a tangent a couple of times as well, but it was all good. I enjoyed it. So just for our listeners who are not aware of yourself, just do a little introduction. Ali Saha, associated with the Abu Bakr Mosque, but you've been working, you're a Borough lad born and bred.
Yeah, Borough lad born and bred. Origins from the Yemen. My parents were migrants who came to the UK many, many years ago. I was brought up in Middlesbrough, worked a lot in the area of voluntary work. I started my first voluntary work with the Yemeni community in the Abu Bakr Mosque. Became a youth worker at the Azad Project, became then a career advisor, and that took my career about 20 years out into the Middle East. I worked in the Middle East for 20 years in the UAE and Qatar. And so the last 30 years I've been working in the area of human capital. So I have my own consultancy in the area of talent management, everything from succession planning, leadership development, training, executive coaching. So that's what I do. So I'm a people person. That's my profession.
And in terms of the program that we talked about, we gave a brief introduction and he shared some insight into that as well. Just a little synopsis of that for anyone that wasn't tuned in last week.
To recap, the program is called the 7 Pillars of Success, and success from the perspective of Islam and Muslims. We all seek success. What is that? What is success and how do you get there? So I've been working on a program for a few years to put it together, and it's a practical program delivered through a face-to-face workshop, a group of 20 people, where it's interactive. There's videos, there's exercises, there's assessments to do, and people really learn about what it is to be successful and what are the pillars to help you be successful. At the end of the program, you'll come away with a development plan, because it's a learning and development program. You'll continue to develop post-program. You can't learn everything in the program. There'll be some follow-up. I will follow up on the individuals and see how they get on the development plan, how we can help them further. So that's a synopsis of the program.
Mashallah, sounds like a great. We got one volunteer already who wants to sign up for it. It is available for adults and younger people as well. And we've been talking about younger people, our next generation, and giving them the tools and the skills to cope with life and dual identity, and being a Muslim and living in a secular society, and what that means for what their role in society is, what their role is as a Muslim. And I think your program encompasses and gives them the tools to meet all those challenges.
That's the idea behind it. As Idrees mentioned, being brought up in a non-Muslim society is challenging, because the norm of the society is what people follow. So if we say in Islam, there's alcohol's not permissible or interest, but then the society tells you the opposite. So children get challenged by that. But the issue is for parents is, can they put them on a track where they can help them, deal with those issues and those decisions they need to make? And we need to empower them. The idea of the program is to empower individuals to be more successful throughout all the different facets of life, either at home, in education, in work, in society. And that's the idea behind the program.
Mashallah. So we are in sort of the last 12, 15 days of Ramadan. When are we looking to open up this program to the community? Can people express an interest now and get in touch with you and say, look, give me more details. I want to sign up. I want to maybe develop something in our own center, or work with you to implement this in our school, or in a madrasa or mosque?
Yeah, it's a good question. The idea is that during Ramadan is to just draw attention to the program, draw awareness. The program, hopefully, the first cohort will probably start in late May or early June. I'll identify an appropriate venue. It needs to be a venue which is appropriate for the learning. So it's not going to be, people need to enjoy it. They need to have the right environment to get the most out of this, learning experience. So if you express an interest, there's a website, temporary website. It's very simple. It's www.the7pillarsofsuccess.com. So it's www.the7pillarsofsuccess.com. And there's an interest form on there. If you just submit your interest, I will gather the names, and then I'll get back to people individually.
And this particular program is going to be delivered in person. It's one of those things that you need to, there is a place for online learning and virtual learning, and we can't knock that. But I think some programs are better suited to be delivered in person, and because you need to have that interaction with the people that are part of the cohort.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. I mean, this program could have been delivered online, but there's so much so many lectures online and videos, and people don't get enough out of them. The idea behind this program is that you indulge in discussion and dialogue with people in the group, and identify what are those challenges that other people face, like yourself, and how they dealt with it and moved on in life. And it's not just yourself that dealing with these problems. There's other people as well. So the face-to-face interaction enriches the learning experience. It is a learning and development program. So you learn from the program, and you develop the program, and then after the program, you apply that learning in the real world.
I was going to say, I think, unfortunately, sometimes within our community, when I talk about our community, I'm talking about the Muslim community generally, we don't put so much emphasis on, and I'm generalizing here, in terms of personal development. We spend so many thousands on an amazing car, or a house, or whatever makes us happy. But I think all the successful people in the world invest in themselves, and they value that investment, and there's a return on that investment, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you get your basic learning like everyone does. We spend like 10 years in a school environment, then we go to university. But that learning journey continues, and they give you the basics. But your personal development is all about your individual circumstance. What is it you need to do to develop yourself further? And this program is focused very much on how do you get the most out of this life, and then focus on the hereafter. Because you have to deal with work, you have to deal with colleagues, you have to deal with relationships. And how do you deal with those? And that's the idea of the program. So you get a balance between work life and spiritual balance. So you balance all three together. And sometimes a lot of programs only focus on one. It's either education, so you feed your brain. Some on the physical part, you feed your body, but not many focus on the spiritual side. And as Muslims, that's what it's all about. We're people of faith. So the spirituality, we don't feed it enough. And as Idrees said, we spend a lot of money on things that have very little value. But when it comes to our learning and development, or our religion, how much time do you spend on it, or how much money do you spend on it?
And if you look around, if you look at, I don't know, if you've been involved with any of the sort of networks, like if you look at BNI, for example, it's an organization that it's all about giving businesses, supporting each other in terms of development business. But so much of that involvement is about personal development. It's about building relationships. It's about improving yourself as an individual. If you look at, network marketing, for example, how doesn't matter what product or service that they are selling or delivering, so much that focus is about improving yourself as a person, developing your relationship with your fellow members. So, and I think being on a program like this, I think it'll give you a similar insight in terms of how you should progress in life.
Yeah, as Muslims, we will be held accountable in how we conduct ourselves throughout life. So, example, in relationships, how do you deal with people? How honest are you in the relationship? How do you do agreements in these relationships? How do you deal with your employees? Are you just or unjust or unfair? So these all you can't hide away from these. As a Muslim, you're held accountable for these. The program goes all through these issues of relationships, being trustworthy and honest, and the God consciousness, And who do you follow as a role model? How do you deal with yourself physically? How do you look after yourself mentally, spiritually, physically? They also impact on your day-to-day life and your spirituality. And in the end, all this development, self-development, how do you give to the community? How do you go out there and give support to other people? So you've developed yourself, you just hold it for yourself? No. And as you go out there and support others, you need to set yourself a goal to do something beyond your self-satisfaction. So that all is included in the program. And more importantly, the program is context related. It's about our times, our challenges, our circumstances. There's nothing written, what was the situation 500 years ago? It's what's happening today. Things about obesity, discrimination, Islamophobia, same-sex marriages, all these issues we as individuals challenged with, and we can't walk away from them. The opportunity is to look at those issues. How as Muslims do we deal with them, and how do we move forward? And the key goal is to be successful.
You talk about this program is about how, as a Muslim, all the things that impact you in life are discussed and explored in this. And I'm not knocking any of the masjids here or any of the imams. And sometimes, you're there listening to a sermon, and they talk about something that happened or something that was relevant, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 years ago. And sometimes I struggle to see how that is relevant in my life and in the life of young people today and the wider community today. And I think sometimes it's important that, especially imams, when they are giving khutbah, they contextualize whatever message they want to give and how that can be implied or applied rather in today and what it means to live in society. I was looking at a Facebook post, and there was a young man that unfortunately committed suicide. He's only 13-year-old Muslim child. He left a note, handwritten, and I was reading that, and I just pulled up my heartstrings in terms of how young people living in the West today are having such difficulties where our institutions, unfortunately, aren't there to support them, aren't there to guide them when young people are going through those issues. And when you're 12 and 13, your hormones and everything else is changing, and you're trying to make sense of life. And when you don't have that support around you, and maybe your parents are a different wavelength, your school teachers don't understand you, where do you turn?
And it's 100% correct. We need to contextualize things and bring things home to what's taking place today. There is a void out there within the community. It takes certain skill sets. So this program has been, obviously my background is human development, human capital. So there I have a skill set on how to do this. So when you design a program, you've got to, what are the issues out there? How does it relate to the individuals? How are you going to measure the program? How is it going to have an impact? And how you follow up? So there's a certain format you go through, but if we talk about the sermons of the Friday prayer, they don't happen in that context. So people attend the prayer, they listen to what's going on. Some will take it on board, some won't. But when you're doing a learning and development program, you've done your research, you've identified what are the issues, how individuals relate to the program, what is the context, how do you measure it, how do you follow up, and how do they apply it? So the idea of this program is that you actually get something which is really practical, designed within context, simple and actionable at the end that can go and apply, and the support tools for them and the parents.
So inshallah, we'll give you a bit more details in terms of how you can get involved with this particular program and benefit from it, inshallah. And it is really about bringing this to Middlesbrough, because you wanted, this is your home, and this is where you initially want to launch this particular program, and you want our community to be the first one to benefit from it, and inshallah help you to maybe spread the message and develop it further. So please, just do get involved with what Brother Ali has shared with you today, and we'll give you some details in a moment. I'm going to go for a quick break, and after the break, we'll give you all the contact details in terms of how you can get involved, and how, if you want any further information, where you can get that from as well, inshallah.
CVFM Ramadan Live in association with Clucky's Fried Chicken, where you get the real food, real taste, real fast.
कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है।
आपके दिल में सिर्फ और सिर्फ ख्यालात ही आएंगे। रमजान का महीना है और घर में अफ्तारी के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है।
ओहो, फिक्र की कोई बात नहीं। अल मक्का हलाल मीट मार्केट एंड कैश एंड कैरी है ना, जहाँ पर हर किस्म की दाल, सब्जी, चिकन और ताज़ा गोश्त मिलता है। इसके अलावा रमजान मुबारक के लिए खुसूसी ऑफर भी लगाई है।
अच्छा जी, इसीलिए आपके दिल में ख्याल आते हैं। अब तो मेरे दिल में भी ख्याल आना शुरू हो गए हैं कि अल मक्का हलाल मीट मार्केट कैश एंड कैरी जाके शॉपिंग करूं।
कोई नहीं जी, तैयार हो जाओ, अभी चलते हैं।
Al Makkah Halal Meat and Cash and Carry, 303 to 307 Lintop Road, Middlesbrough. Telephone 01642 965 487. Manjaro's, the home of fusion food, blending African and Caribbean flavors to offer mouth-watering array of dishes.
मनचाहा खाना और लजीज खानों की आला वैरायटी सिर्फ मंजारोस पर।
This Ramadan, make Manjaro's takeout your go-to iftar option. We have all your favorites, whether it's waka waka chicken, rasta pasta, Manjaro's pamo, supreme chicken, or the delicious lamb chops. Call and collect from our restaurant. Telephone Middlesbrough 60 50 60 or check out manjaros.co.uk.
मेरी आपकी हम सब की पसंद मंजारोस।
This Ramadan, give your zakat and sadaqah in the name of Allah. With SKT Welfare, your donations transform lives, helping children go to school, providing safe water, protection in a safe haven home, and relieves hunger. For over 10 years, SKT Welfare has maintained a 100% policy, 100% zakat, 100% sadaqah, 100% lillah, 100% trust. Donate now on sktwelfare.org or call 0300 30 20 786.
नसीम, जब भी मैं आपके घर पर आती हूँ तुम्हारा कारपेट देखकर बहुत अफसोस होता है।
क्या करूँ परवीन जी, उस दिन मैं कारपेट स्टोर पे गई थी, वहाँ की प्राइसेस को देखकर मुझे रोना आ गया था।
बड़े स्टोरों की छोड़ो और ये रोना धोना बंद करो। बोरो कारपेट्स, जहाँ आपको अच्छा कारपेट बहुत ही सस्ते रेट में मिलेगा।
Don't pay big chain store prices. Choose Borough Carpets. Free fitting, free underlay and free home samples visit. Super thick luxury carpets on sale now. Lots of colours to choose from. Your local independent discount retailer. Borough Carpets, 131 to 133 Park Lane, Middlesbrough. Telephone 01642 688 786. Borough Carpets, giving you the red carpet welcome.
आजकल हर किसी की जुबान पर यम यम। आखिर ये है क्या यम यम?
Yum Yum, Middlesbrough's favourite dessert lounge, with yummy freshly made donuts, waffles, crepes and cookie dough. Visit today and try our tasty cakes or sample our premium shakes. Yum Yum, Unit 3, Exchange Walk, Wilson Street, Middlesbrough. Telephone 01642 246 971. Follow us on social media to take advantage of our amazing offers. Search Yum Yum Borough.
अच्छा, तो ये है यम यम, फिर तो हम भी चलते हैं यम यम।
अल्लाह की निशानियों में अल्लाह के घर उसकी निशानियां हैं। कई सालों से दीन मतीन और कम्युनिटी की खिदमत में मसरूफ अमल मस्जिद अल मुस्तफा सेंटर मिडलस्ब्रो। इस मस्जिद के रूफ के लिए कलेक्शन होगी और ये कलेक्शन सेकंड में बरोज एतवार असर ता इफ्तारी रेडियो रमजान पर होगी। अपने प्यारों की सेहतयाबी और अपने मरहुमैन के इसाले सवाब के लिए मस्जिद के साथ ताउन करके सवाब दारैन हासिल करें। दुआ गो इंतजामिया कमेटी अल मुस्तफा सेंटर।
You're listening to CVFM Ramadan Live.
Assalamu alaikum and a warm welcome back to Drive Time. My name is Idrees and keeping me company today is our good friend, my brother Ali. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back.
Alaikum salam.
So just before the break, we were talking about the 7 pillars of success and a really exciting program that is brought to Middlesbrough, Teesside area and especially develop with the Muslim community in mind. So we want everyone to benefit from this. Just let us know how and where people can get more information, and what the next steps are in terms of implementing what everything you've envisaged in terms of developing this program.
Yeah, so if you want to reach out, there's a temporary website. We've got it on the screen there, www.the7pillarsofsuccess.com. You can register your interest. There's background information, how the program is developed, and who's the target audience, who will benefit from it. Everyone from adults and children, and anyone wants to, improve themselves, be the best version of themselves, wants to get a balance between work and work and life, seeks more and more motivation or contentment, wants to understand what life's true purpose is and success. So those people would benefit from the program. We hope to launch at the end of May, beginning of June, probably the first cohort. We'll identify a venue appropriate for 20 people. It will be, as I said, a workshop environment, so round tables, interactive activities, fun, exchanging information with other people. There'll be your own self-assessment to do where you are on the pillars. And then there'll be your own development plan to put together at the end of the program. And then post-program, there'll be some follow-up to make sure you're still on track, or things need to change and you adapt your plan. That's what happens in life. So that's the idea behind the program. The actual pillars themselves, again, they focus on all life's facets to get a balance between the physical and the spiritual. So that's where we are at the program at the moment.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. All the information is available on www.the7pillarsofsuccess.com. As Brother said, it's a temporary website. It's got all the information. You can express your interest and find out further information. And Brother Ali is willing to have a discussion with any interested parties that might be willing to work with him and take this forward, inshallah, because I certainly on a personal level see a great benefit in this particular program. And I think if we can roll it out within the community setting, I think especially I'm looking at, and I think it's anyone that goes on it will benefit, but I'm looking at especially the younger audience, and I think it'll be of great value, just as for you personally to develop yourself, but also I think that development will have benefits within the wider community, inshallah, as well. So
one extension of the program is for youth, and as the program will be launched early, between the 12 to 14-year-old group, and they're the ones who are dealing with adolescence and becoming teenagers. So I've actually developed the program specifically for them, focus on their issues they're challenged with at school, decision making, careers, dealing with the issue of LGBT, bullying, exclusion. That's all incorporated in the program, the 12 to 14-year-old group.
Inshallah, Brother Ali, what I'll do, and I will make a commitment in terms of helping you set up at least one cohort with the young people I know, and Brother Ali as well. And I think it'll be great to maybe facilitate and support you in terms of getting that cohort through the program. And I know the young people that listen to us will find this beneficial, and then we can maybe do some interview with the young people and give the community feedback as well, because I think that's really valuable as well in terms of what they get out of it as well. So yeah, watch this space, but please do check out the 7pillarsofsuccess.com website. www.the7pillarsofsuccess.com. Brother Ali, Jazakallah khair for making it into the studio. You have been busy because I think you were out at was it vaccination centre, or where were you?
I went to one of the vaccination centres, took my wife there. I've used different ones, but this one was at the stadium.
Oh, the Riverside Stadium, yeah.
And it's quite busy. They're doing a great job, but there's a lot of people there, so it's quite busy. But the staff were really helpful and supportive, and everyone's doing a really great job. Getting behind this whole thing.
Yeah, we hosted one at the Al Mustafa Centre, so I think it was the first mosque. Well, one in Stockton hosted it one day, and then the other one in Middlesbrough. I think we had about 270 people that turned up. So, but I don't know if Abu Bakr maybe in the future would like to host one, because sometimes some people find it difficult in terms of accessing the sites and things like that. But there are other opportunities, and I think just generally, I think the mosques have a really important role to play, and they're not there just for the 5 prayers and Jummah. They should really be central to anything that the community is offering. So if it's the pandemic, and they should be there supporting that. If it's education, wider community education, hosting and facilitating personal development programs, healthy living and healthy eating and general well-being. I think the mosques have an important role to play in that. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think the mosque, the doors are always open for people to submit IDs and for them to participate. The challenge is always the facilities, to have the right facilities at the mosque. If the Abu Bakr Mosque at the moment is a temporary accommodation, so it's difficult to one open hall. But I remember in the past when we were in the old building on Park Road North, because I had a number of different rooms, we used to do lots of different activities. There was a youth centre in there, there was the business centre in there, and there was lots of visits taking place from schools. We lost that facility, but we're working on rebuilding the mosque. If anyone's out there wants to donate, obviously they can go ahead and donate to the mosque, inshallah, and hopefully get a mosque rebuilt, the first purpose-built mosque in Middlesbrough that every community needs, and the community continues to grow. When we first opened the mosque, I think it was back in '89, the Jummah prayer was 150 people. Over the years, it ended up being 500-600 people. So the community in Middlesbrough has been growing. With additional wars across the world, you get a lot of people migrating back to the UK, from Africa, from the Middle East, Iraq, Syria. So the community has grown. It has grown.
Indeed, yes. So please do show your support and do check out Abu Bakr Mosque as well. And there's a donation link on the website as well. So please, it's a blessed month of Ramadan. So any good deed that you do in this month is multiplied. So even if it's just £100, that'll go a long way in terms of supporting. So Jazakallah khair, Brother Ali. Inshallah, we'll keep in touch. And right after Ramadan, we're hoping to get a cohort together and trying to get our brothers and sisters engaged in this particular program. But in terms of health and well-being, I think that's an important agenda as well, because I think too often we as community members sort of neglect that and focus on, earning a crust and focus on, our business or careers, and we tend to neglect, quality time for us, because I think it's important that you have me time, and mental health and well-being is really important, because if you aren't functioning properly, and if you have you don't give yourself time, then you're not able to take care of the rest of the responsibilities that you have. So the 5 ways of well-being, I think if you Google that, I think some great information on there. It's a great website, and just check out 5 ways of well-being if you are struggling with your mental health. I think it'll be a great opportunity to get yourself involved.
Surprisingly, one of the pillars is pursue well-being, because within Islam, we are responsible for these bodies that we've given. If you're not, if you're not well looking after yourself, then how can you support family? How can you support community? How can you, do your religious duties? So one of the pillars, and this is when I sat with a number of sheikhs and looked at the program, they were surprised to see why pursue well-being. I said, if you're very good in the Quran, you're very good in your prayers, but you're physically not well, or you're under pressure, or you're stressed, then how can you actually practice your religion to the best of your ability? So one of the pillars is pursue well-being.
MashaAllah. And brother, thank you so much for coming to the studio. I do appreciate your time, and good luck with the program and everything else you're doing within the mosque and also in the wider community. And I'm sure our brothers and sisters listening out there will in due course come forward and show their support as well. But one last time, www.the7pillarsofsuccess.com is the website. Thank you. And I'm going to go to a track, and then I'm going to get my next guest onto the mic, Brother Sahir Ali, who is waiting very patiently to come chat about all the great work that he does as well. So do stay tuned, and please do show your support to the charity that is coming in about 50 minutes. SKT Welfare. We are raising funds to support families who are suffering due to war, due to natural disasters, and due to, if they live in a climate that is and that doesn't have a lot of rain, water is an issue in lots of areas of the world. So in terms of hand pumps, that's what we're raising funds for. All that information and your calls is well to come, so do stay tuned.
Coke Studio Season 9.
या नबी या नबी सल्लू अलैहि व आलिहि कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू मेरे हरम में फकीर अजम तू मेरे हरम में फकीर अजम तेरे गुण और ये लब मैं तलब ही तलब तेरे गुण और ये लब मैं तलब ही तलब तू गता ही गता तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा इल्हाम है जामा तेरा कुरआन इमामा है तेरा मिंबर तेरा अर्श परी या रहमतुल आलमी तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू हकीकत है मैं सिर्फ एहसास हूँ समंदर में भटकी हुई प्यास हूँ समंदर में भटकी हुई प्यास हूँ मेरा घर खाक पर और तेरी रागुज़र मेरा घर खाक पर और तेरी रागुज़र सिदरतुल मुंतहा तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा सा सारे सानी पानी सा गा मागा मारे सारे नी सा सा रे सानी पानी सा गा मागा मारे सारे नी सा सा रे सानी पानी सा गा मागा मारे सारे नी सा सा रे सानी पानी सा गा मागा मारे सारे नी सा है फरिश्तों वो सुल्तान मेराज है फरिश्तों वो सुल्तान मेराज है तुम जो देखोगे हैरान हो जाओगे तुम जो देखोगे हैरान हो जाओगे जुल्फ तफसीर वल्लैल बन जाएगी तफसीर वल्लैल बन जाएगी तेरा कुरान सारा नजर आएगा चेहरा नजर आएगा चेहरा नजर आएगा चेहरा नजर आएगा सल्ले अला तू कुजा मन कुजा मुस्तफा मुज्तबा खातिमुल मुरसलीन या रहमतुल लिल आलमीन तू कुजा मन कुजा तू कुजा मन कुजा
तू कुजा मन कुजा Shiraz Upal and Rafaqat Ali Khan. जी ब्यूटीफुल ट्रैक उम्मीद करता हूँ कि ये आपको पसंद है Fast approaching 5 p.m. 30 minutes before we open up our charity appeal. Until then, we're going to open up the telephone lines for you to take part in our daily quiz. Keep me company today is brother Sahir Ali. Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम. थैंक यू सो मच. आपने अभी जिक्र किया ये शिराज ओपल का.
जी जी जी.
ये माशाल्लाह काफी अरसे से हम इसको देखते रहे हैं, सुनते रहे. हम छोटे छोटे थे जब इसके ये अभी तो माशाल्लाह ये कलाम वगैरह सुनाता है, लेकिन पहले ये गाने भी गाता था. अभी भी शायद हो. अच्छी आवाज है इसकी.
जी माशाल्लाह, बहुत प्यारी आवाज. तो अभी तो आपकी उम्र भी नहीं हुई.
नहीं अभी तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ हम हैं. चलो जी आगे चलें.
आगे चलते हैं. तो वेलकम टू साहिर अली साहब हमारे स्टूडियो में तशरीफ लाएं आप.
थैंक यू इदरीस साहब, आपने मौका दिया हमें. आपके बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
नहीं बड़ी मुद्दत बाद आपने यहाँ स्टूडियो में तशरीफ लाई है हमारे प्रोग्राम दौरान. वैसे तो आउट ऑफ आवर्स आप हमेशा यहाँ रहते हैं, सऊदी न्यूज़ बनाते हैं, पाक न्यूज़ बनाते हैं, पता नहीं क्या क्या यहाँ करते हैं. तो ये आपका प्रोडक्शन स्टूडियो है.
ये तो प्रोडक्शन स्टूडियो है. और दूसरी बात ये कि इस दफा ट्रांसमिशन भी मुख्तलिफ है बहुत ज्यादा पिछले साल से.
क्या मतलब?
मतलब फैसिलिटेट हो रहा है ना दिन ब दिन, उसमें चेंजेस आ रही है. तो इंशाल्लाह
जी 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 हमारी पूरी कोशिश जारी है कि यहाँ नई किस्म की वैरायटी आए प्रोग्रामों में. तो
नई प्रोडक्शन हो.
जी जी जी
प्रोडक्शन तो हो रही है वैसे.
हाँ वो तो हो रही है.
अच्छा आज
के क्विज के हवाले से वो अभी क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं ना, देखे ना. वो पूछ रहे हैं, समर कह रही है कि व्हाट इज द व्हाट्सएप क्वेश्चन टुडे. तो ये भी अच्छा सवाल है.
टाइम भी थोड़ा है, इसका भी ख्याल रखने.
नहीं हमारे पास तकरीबन 30 मिनट्स है, 28-29 मिनट्स है. उसके बाद हमने फिनिश करना प्रोग्राम को
करना है. तो बेटर यही होगा कि आप
जी जी जी
2-3 सवाल कर ले और उनके जवाब ले
इंशाल्लाह. तो पहला सवाल व्हाट्सएप वाला हमारे सामीन से पूछते हैं. इसकी प्राइस क्या है?
प्राइस
पहला सवाल तो यही है कि आज 5:30 क्या हो रहा.
हाँ
ये पहला सवाल आज का. What is happening at 5:30 today on CVFM? If you know the answer to that one and you want to be entered into the draw for Manjaro's voucher, and then all you have to do is WhatsApp us and let us know what's happening at 5:30 on CVFM radio today. 01642688104. That's an easy one that to get you started. Yeah. So what is happening at 5:30 today? Yes, on CVFM radio. If you would like to take part in this, that's a really easy question for you today. So you can win yourself a really easy Manjaro's Palm voucher.
वैसे आप हमेशा सवालात जो है वो इजी ही पूछते हैं.
नहीं 1-2 दिन मैंने थोड़ी डिफिकल्ट सवाल पूछे.
नहीं ये अच्छी बात है ना. बच्चों के जो IQ लेवल है वो ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है. गूगल पे वो सर्च करते हैं, फिर सर्च तो वैसे ही करते हैं. अली भाई भी करते हैं.
नहीं अली भाई का 1-2 सवाल उन्होंने भी इनकरेक्ट दिए थे एक बार.
वही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना. तो अली भाई को गूगल सर्च, वो गूगल में जब जाते हैं तो
नहीं उनको
फेसबुक पे शुरू हो जाते हैं.
कॉपी एंड पेस्ट उनको आता है. कॉपी एंड पेस्ट कैसे करते हैं.
अच्छा जी ये सवाल आ गया. ठीक है.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, ये इन्होंने जवाब दिया. If you'd like to take part in the program, then all you have to do is what is happening on CBFM radio at 5:30 today. So what is happening? What special thing is happening at CBFM radio at 5:30 today? If you have been listening to us today, then we have been mentioning it. If you haven't, then I will mention it a few more times in a moment. Give you a few minutes to get your answers in. What do you think about that?
लेकिन जरूरी नहीं है कि व्हाट्सएप पे जो जवाब आए वो सही हो.
हाँ नहीं, वो
क्योंकि कॉपी ये भी कॉपी करते हैं.
हाँ, उस दिन ऐसे ही हुआ था ना, सिर्फ 2 आंसर से जो करेक्ट थे. तो ऐसा करते हैं, ये एक छोटा सा वीडियो है, तो इसको हम शेयर करते हैं स्क्रीन पर.
जरा सोचिए उस माँ के बारे में जिसको अपने बच्चे को भूखा सुलाना पड़े. ये हकीकत इस दुनिया के हर 3 में से 1 इंसान की है. भूख इंसान को गुर्बत के दायरे में डाल देती है और एसकेटी वेलफेयर पिछले 10 साल से जायद इस दायरे को तोड़ने में लगी हुई है. आपकी हर किस्म की इमदाद इस कार्य खैर में हमारी मदद करेगी. सिर्फ 100 पाउंड में 2 खानदान पूरे महीने पेट भरकर खाना खा सकते हैं. इस रमजान अपनी इमदाद एसकेटी वेलफेयर को दीजिए.
जी जी माशाल्लाह. सो अली साहब
जनाब
कैसे हैं?
शुक्र अल्लाह का. आज का ट्रिप अच्छा रहा न्यूकासल में.
आप वहाँ कुछ इंटरव्यू वगैरह करने के लिए?
जी थोड़े इंटरव्यूज थे तो उसके लिए गया था. और आप भी साथ में जा रहे थे, लेकिन आपके यहाँ पर मुसरफियात की वजह से आप नहीं जा सकते.
जी
इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट टाइम आप जाएंगे साथ में. लेकिन आज का भी टूर जो है वो जबरदस्त रहा. वो इंशाल्लाह
थोड़ी माइक आगे कर लें.
माइक अच्छा, आवाज मेरी क्लियर नहीं आ रही?
जी
अभी ठीक है?
अभी जबरदस्त है.
अच्छा,
तो सवालों के जवाब आ रहे हैं. तो क्वेश्चन क्या था?
क्वेश्चन ये था कि आज 5:30 बजे यानी 5:30 पे क्या होने वाला है, क्या हो रहा है. अगर आपका जवाब सही है तो आप व्हाट्सएप पे अपना जवाब भेज सकते
हैं. जी, और you can comment on the live as well. Please share the live as well. Obviously this one, but what I want is everyone is when we start our charity program, I want everyone to go online on the Facebook and please share the live. So we want as many people to be joining us on that particular live. So I'm asking all of our listeners today that on 5:30, once we commence our live charity appeal, I want everyone to go on the live and share it as much as possible, whether it's on Facebook or on WhatsApp or share it within your groups as well, please. And that is my request to you. And also take part in the program as well. So we'll give you more details on that as well. So we've had a few people that might message us, so unko draw mein shamil karenge. So I think we'll give another question, make sure our telephone lines are working as well. And then what
शामिल हो सकता हूं ड्रा में?
जी आप भी शामिल हो सकते हैं इस ड्रॉ. नहीं. So the question is for next entry is what was the name of the camel of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? What was the name of the camel of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? If you know the answer to that one, so what was the name of the camel of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? 01642688104. Pick up your telephones now and give us a call. Let me switch on our studio switchboard for live calls, because I have it disconnected when we are not taking live calls because we get interrupted. So please pick up the telephone if you know what was the name of the camel of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 01642688104. तो एक दो
ये दूसरा भी मैसेज आया है.
Malhiya Hussain, she's an SKT welfare program. जी हाँ, well done to you Malhiya. And who else is it? Fiaz bhai ye bhi kehte hain assalamu alaikum, my name is Fiaz and my answer is that there'll be charity appeal at 5:30 today and I want to participate in the competition. Mashallah. Ji
He did not mention the name.
हाँ उनको चैरिटी प्रोग्राम, हाँ उनको मालूम है उनको. तो ऐसा करते हैं,
वो समर बेगम
हाँ
ये उसके सवाल के बारे में
हाँ उसका मेंशन किया है. आप टेंशन नहीं करते मेरे सवाल. तो ये जफर साहब क्या कहते हैं, ये सारा बहन भी है, ये समर भी कंपटीशन में हिस्सा लेना चाहती है, इसकी भी एंट्री कर देते हैं. तो ये देखें ना, यहाँ आप थोड़ा लिखें, समर का नाम लिखें पहले, फिर ये सेकंड वन किसका नाम लिखना है? अस्सलाम वालेकुम, welcome to you. When you are given your answer, hi, my name is Laiba, and I want to say my answer is SKT Welfare Charity Appeal. Yes, well done to you, Laiba.
सेकंड नंबर पर कौन?
Laiba.
लाइबा, पूरा नाम बताएं फिर बाद में।
लाइबा का पूरा नाम मुझे नहीं मालूम, उसने सिर्फ लाइबा लिखा था।
ठीक है।
और इसके अलावा उसने ज़ुहैब, और ये कौन है? सबा। सबा भी कहती है।
सबा।
वो हाँ, वो भी कहती है फंड रेजिंग प्रोग्राम हो रहा SKT वेलफेयर का, माशाल्लाह बहुत खूब। और इसके अलावा सलाम टू, हाँ सलाम, माय नेम इज आमना एंड आई थिंक टुडे देयर विल बी SKT वेलफेयर प्रोग्राम लाइव चैरिटी। माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह, आपका भी सवाल दुरुस्त है। इसके अलावा मलहिया का नाम लिख लें। तो वी वांट so these will be people, हाँ
ठीक है।
तो इसके अलावा फियाज अहमद का नाम लिख लें।
ठीक है।
और इसके अलावा सैफ मलिक क्या कहते हैं? Really like Idrees by his foresight and forward thinking. माशाल्लाह, पता नहीं क्या आपने देखा। I'm really refreshing. It's really refreshing and I know that you can implement as well. माशाल्लाह। हाँ, वो जो हमारे भाई आए थे, जो इसको मुझे म्यूट करने दें इस साइड को, क्योंकि उसके बाद and so the camel is called a she. No, the camel had a name. So if the next question is, and we want some phone calls as well on this one. So what was the name of the camel of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? 01642688104. So what was the name of the camel of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? 01642688104. So Saif, thank you so much for your message and thank you for your appreciation. So listen, we just do our little bit to support our brothers and sisters in the community that are doing some amazing work, and this platform is open to anyone and everyone who has something good to share, something positive, and this is why we are here, and especially during the month of Ramadan. So Sarah Ben, Sarah Ben, हाँ ऐसा करते हैं ये कॉल को शामिल करते हैं प्रोग्राम में, देखते हैं कौन और कहाँ से। हेलो, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Huria and I'm calling from Middlesbrough.
Your name is Huria. How do you spell Huria?
H-O-O-R-I-A.
H-O-O-I-R-A. And Huria, what is happening this evening?
Is it SKT Welfare Charity Appeal?
Okay, and what are we hoping to do tonight?
What am I hoping to do tonight?
No, what are we hoping to do tonight? Together, all of us, to raise money for?
Charity?
Exactly, yes. So the other question was, what was the name of the camel of Rasulullah?
Is it Saleh?
Are you asking me or are you giving the answer?
That's the name of the camel and it's a she camel.
Okay, well,
okay, just okay then.
We'll put your name down and let you know if the answer is correct or not later on.
What number am I?
We'll give you the number. We'll give you all the numbers of the correct entries in a moment. So if you'd like to take part in the program, that was Huria. She was giving us the answer. So the SKT charity is obviously we've informed you that they are coming today. Hi, my name is Fatma Noor, and today. On today's program, SKT Welfare are coming at 5:30. So is Huria का भी नाम लिख ले तो इसका. So if you know the answer to, yeah, if you want to take part in the program, so 01642688104. ये कौन है? Fatima Noor. So इसका भी नाम लिख ले.
I think so. We already included Shazia Mumtaz. So it's the same name.
नहीं ये उसकी बेटी का नाम है ये.
अच्छा, so
Fatima Noor.
ठीक है फिर इसकी.
So, hi Fatima, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. Hope you had a good day. So, thank you for your message, and thank you to Sister Shazia for encouraging her to listen to the programs and for taking part as well. Jazakallah khair, may Allah reward you, and please do take part in all our programs as well. I'm sure the presenters are also eager to receive your messages as well. And what's happening today is that at 5:30 today, we will be opening up our radio station for a charity appeal in association with SKT Welfare. And we are looking for your support for various different projects. And I think I'm going to bring a short video for our online viewers. And it's got audio included in there. So I'm sure those that are watching will also able to hear as well. So let's we had a food as well. Let's go on the safe haven one now.
Imagine not being able to protect your family. For over 10 years, this has been the reality for over 6.5 million Syrians living in unsafe refugee camps. With no protection, they fear for their lives. Over 80% of these are women and children. SKT Welfare's Safe Haven project is moving displaced families out of unsafe tents and into safe, secure housing, providing them with dignity, sanitation, and protection. Give in the name of Allah.
Indeed, give in the name of Allah. And tonight we are giving the opportunity to give live on air, messages on WhatsApp, send us a message on the live. So all these different ways you can take part in the program today. And who is this? Huriya Ayan. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ayan. And the mine says Saleh. And she was a cameraman to participate in the competition. Jazakallah khair for your comment, for your message. 01642688104 is our telephone number.
So we should include Huriya Ayan.
No, I think someone else is using her account. Ayan.
Yeah, so
I think वो अपनी sister का account इस्तेमाल कर रहा है.
ठीक है.
तो उसने message किया. So 01642688104 मैसेज भी आ रहे हैं. तो देखते हैं ये कौन है इस मैसेज में. सैरा का क्या मैसेज लिखा उसने मुझे. हाँ ये देखिए. हाँ इनका हाँ, ये मुझे दुरुस्त नजर आ रहा.
ये करेक्ट है लेकिन इनको और जवाबात लेने.
हाँ तो that was Sarah, and thank you. And then who else is there? ये समी है. ये भी कह रहा है चार्टी पील 5:30 हो रही है. तो SKT
सायरा को भी इंक्लूड
कर देते हैं और समी को भी कर दें.
किसको?
समी.
ओके. SAMI.
And लरेब को भी.
Wait, लरेब.
So ये कौन है? ये ताहिर भाई हैं शायद. वो कह रहे हैं can you repeat the question? So the question is two part. Obviously we asked what is happening at 5:30 today on CBFM. What special things happening? And the other question I'm asking.
ताहिर को भी इंक्लूड कर दें.
ताहिर को अभी उसको सवाल चाहिए.
अच्छा.
So उर्दू में सवाल आप दोहरा देना अली भाई. ये camel वाला.
अच्छा.
What is the name of the camel of Rasulullah?
रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम जो ऊंटनी इस्तेमाल करते थे, मतलब उस पर सवारी करते थे, उसका क्या नाम था? तो कई सवालात कई जवाबात आए हैं, लेकिन हम चाह रहे हैं कि आपसे भी उस सवाल का जवाब सुने और जिसका जवाब ठीक होगा उसी को ड्रा में शामिल किया जाएगा.
जी
इसी तरह
जी. चलो उसने दूसरा सवाल भी किया ना.
किसने?
ये
अच्छा हाँ. दूसरा सवाल ये है कि आज 5:30 बजे यानी तकरीबन 15 मिनट बाद यहाँ पर क्या होगा और उसका नाम बताए या क्या होने वाला है उसके बारे में आप बता सकते हैं.
तो ये देखें ये कौन है. ये नाजिया है. तो हाँ इनका भी मैसेज है. उन्होंने ये जो ऊंटनी का उसका नाम लिखा.
हाँ ठीक है, ये भी सही है.
हाँ इनका भी
नाजिया नाम है क्या?
हाँ जी नाजिया का नाम भी लिखते हैं. तो एक और है मैसेज, इनका भी नाम लिखेंगे. तो the camel's name was and name is Ali. So ये अली का नाम भी शामिल कर लें.
ठीक है. 15 Ali.
And Salam, I hope you're well. I would like to donate 3 food packs and 1 water pump. Mashallah. तो ये सिस्टर शाजिया है. तो
इसको भी
इनको 2 एंट्री दे. नहीं, इनका दूसरा जो है ना दूसरे पेज पर इनका डोनेशन लिख लें.
ठीक.
क्योंकि ये भी जरूरी है. और जज़ाकल्लाह खैर सिस्टर. And even before we open up the telephone lines, even before we start asking to you for your participation, ये होता है जज्बा. है वाली भाई?
बिल्कुल.
इसको जज्बा कहते हैं.
अच्छा जनाब,
तो
ये
इन्होंने क्या एक वाटर पंप, तो वाटर पंप है 150 के। तो
नाम क्या है पूरे इसका? शाजिया?
शाजिया मुमताज।
अच्छा अच्छा
ये हमारी बहन है। तो
अच्छा, क्या डोनेट कर रही है?
जी जी, इस इनकी मॉम
एक वाटर पंप
जी जी बोरो रोड से
माशाल्लाह।
होती हैं, वो भी आए थे लास्ट वीक। शी गिव डोनेशन इज वेल माशाल्लाह। सो
और फूड पैकेज
3 food packs are 50 pound each, so 400 pounds altogether. Is that correct?
Mashallah.
No, 150 and
150 and
150
how much is
300.
300.
Very maths bhi hai. So jazakallah khair and thank you for your message.
लेकिन ये 300 जो है ये
Listen,
क्योंकि रमजान का महीना है।
हाँ, तो ये तो अल्लाह ही जानता है कितने सवाब इनको मिलने वाला। तो इन्होंने अपनी शायद ज़कात पर दिए या
जो भी है,
हाँ,
लेकिन
अल्लाह इनका कबूल दिया हुआ कबूल अता फरमाए। तो देखते हैं ये क्या कहना चाहते हैं, कहाँ से कॉल कर रहे हैं, इनको भी लाइव लेते हैं। हेलो, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Name's Ahmed and I'm calling from Middlesbrough.
Ahmed, and how old are you?
I'm 11.
And Ahmed, what is happening? What is the special thing that's happening tonight?
There's going to be a charity deal
And why is it special?
because it's for the people that need.
Exactly. MashaAllah, you are such an intelligent boy. So we are helping the poor and the needy and those that are hungry and thirsty, and they will be helped tonight. So would you like to take part in our quiz?
Yeah.
What is the name of the camel of Hazur Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
Can you say that again?
What? पश्तो में पूछें इसे.
रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम चिकम उखब वर्सरी व पागी बांधे में सोरली कोला दा आगी उखी सनुंगो. अभी आप इंग्लिश में पूछ ले उसको, मेरे ख्याल से तो इंग्लिश में ज्यादा.
So the question.
English.
Yeah. So what was the name of the camel? Okay. What was the name of the camel of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
Was the name of the camel?
Yeah.
Camel of.
Yeah, I want the name.
Camel of God. The camel of God.
No, the camel of Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
It had a name, so you need to have a think, Google search, Wikipedia, and then come back to us. That was क्या नाम था इसका? Ahmed. So एक और मैसेज आ रहा था, वो है.
So include कर दूं अहमद को भी?
जी कर दें. ये ताहिर भाई को भी इंक्लूड किया आपने? उन्होंने
ताहिर को नहीं किया.
उन्होंने जवाब दिया, वो कह रहे हैं चार्टी पील हो रही है 5:30 बजे.
हाँ जी.
और ये कमल का
डोनेट कर रहे हैं
वो
माशाल्लाह
वो बाद में फोन करेंगे ना, अभी तो कंपटीशन में हिस्सा ले रहे हैं.
अच्छा 17
आप फिक्र ना करें. सारे जो
ताहिर क्या नाम है पूरा इसका?
ताहिर
सिर्फ ताहिर
देखते हैं. ताहिर लिखा हुआ
ताहिर
चौहान जी. तो
कॉल आ रही है,
इसको भी देखते हैं क्या. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
Assalamu alaikum. I know the name of the camel.
Okay, you know the name of the camel. That's good. What is it?
Is it Saleh?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Where did you get the answer from?
Mom.
Okay. Thanks for your call. और देखते हैं अगली कॉल पर कौन है. हेलो, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. ये चले गए. तो
अच्छा ये किसका नंबर है? ये 96
वाला है. ये सिस्टर है हमारी कोमल. ये हाँ
ठीक है.
इन्होंने क्या लिखा है? हाँ ये इन्होंने ये कमल का नाम दिया. जी माशाल्लाह बहुत खूब. तो एक और कॉल है, देखते हैं ये कौन. हेलो, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. लारेब
है
जी. लारेब अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
कैसी हैं आप? हाउ आर यू?
I'm good.
You good? Okay, जज़ाकल्लाह खैर. So इनका लरेब का भी नाम शामिल कर दें. तो इसका भी माशाल्लाह ये शी इज ओनली 3 years old एंड एक और कॉल आ रही है, दिस आवर लास्ट कॉल, तो उसके बाद हम ब्रेक पर जाएंगे, उसके बाद हमारा चैरिटी प्रोग्राम का शुरुआत करेंगे। हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। How are you?
How are you, Sophia?
I'm okay, thank you.
So tell us what's happening in about 5 minutes time.
You're gonna after my call, you're gonna go to a break and then I think you're gonna announce the winners.
Correct, yes.
Correct.
And then after that?
And then the SKT welfare program is going to come on.
Well done.
So, Sophia, what I want you to do is share it with share the link once we do the live. Share the link with all your family and friends on WhatsApp. Okay.
So the name is Sophia, yeah.
Please.
Sophia.
Okay, right. I'll try to do that then.
Okay, Jazakallah. So everyone tune in and show their support.
Karamat.
So Jazakallah khair and put Sophia into the draw as well.
Sophia or Sophia?
Sophia.
Sophia. Okay.
So Jazakallah khair for your call and I think that's करामत साहब ये कहाँ हैं, इनका सवाल भी दुरुस्त है, इनको भी हम ये सारे बहन क्या ये तो वॉइस में
वही है, ठीक है।
इनका किस साइड में यहाँ से होगा?
हाँ जी,
ये नहीं, मैंने इसको म्यूट किया हुआ यहाँ से, आपको बताऊं इसको यहाँ ऐसे अनम्यूट करते हैं।
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। वो एसकेटी का होगा ना, चैरिटी।
तो ये थी हमारी
अच्छा जी, दो और आ गई है।
जी 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 जी, तो इसको अभी म्यूट कर देते हैं। तो ये कौन था?
वो करामत की एंट्री।
जी जी, और ये लुइजा, ये है Louisa ka entry. Sami, if you go and have a look and see who's outside at the front door.
एसके, या
तो इसके
इसका
अलावा
नाम है लुइसा।
हाँ, और लैला भी है। अच्छा, इनकी भी एंट्री कर देते हैं। तो listen guys, we're going to do
almost about 23.
Yeah, we'll do a quick break and then we'll be back on the air on the new live. So no more calls and then we'll be back after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
The station that lives and loves Ramadan. This is 104.5 CVFM Ramadan Live.
अब हर कोई हफ्ते में 2 बार मुफ्त कोविड-19 टेस्ट कर सकता है। आधे घंटे के अंदर नताइज आपके सामने। इससे ये पता चलता है कि आप अपने प्यारों की हिफाजत के लिए जो कर सकते हैं वो कर रहे हैं। आपके दोस्त, आपके साथ काम करने वाले साथी और आपकी जिंदगी में फिर से आगे बढ़ने की ख्वाहिश। अंदाजन 3 में से 1 शख्स ऐसा है जिसमें बज़ाहिर कोविड-19 की कोई अलामत दिखाई नहीं देती, मगर